My experiences as Summit Group probably are twofold really. Firstly, it's great to meet on a regular basis with very like-minded business owners who have similar challenges, similar issues to deal with, and there's a tremendous amount of camaraderie and idea sharing that goes on between the group. The second major benefit really is that I can genuinely say I never leave a meeting without one or two really key points that I know that I can actually activate within my business that will make a positive difference.
I would absolutely recommend Leadership Summit if, as a business owner, you have to be thinking about developing yourself and growing, fulfilling your own potential, because if you're not doing that for yourself, then it's not going to happen for your business.
Prior to the Summit Group, we sort of had strategies, we sort of had an idea of where we wanted to go, but it wasn't clearly defined, and it was done from the hip, if you like, whereas now we have a very clear strategy, a very clear plan in terms of what we want to achieve, but more importantly, how we're going to achieve it. And it's just given us a very clear focus, which has been brilliant.
Somebody's prepared to put the time and the effort into what the Summit Group can offer, unequivocally their business will improve. It'll be more disciplined, more structured, it will have everybody singing from the same hymn sheet. I think it's brought about a cohesion within the team now that we didn't realise we were lacking before, but now that we can see it, that we understand that. So it'll bring about a real clarity and a real focus for your future development.
The experience working with Dale into the group, someone that's been a veteran of the industry and had a fabulous successful business, has been brilliant. It's great to bounce ideas off. He challenges you in areas where you need to be challenged and questions you 2 or 3 times in a particular area, which is what we need as business owners. It's very easy to get caught in our own bubble, and he doesn't allow that to happen. So it's been valuable, fantastic for the business, and I've really enjoyed that experience.
I think Dale's been fantastic. He's very straight talking. He tells it like it is, sometimes a little bit brutally, but that's what you need to hear. At the end of the day, we're business owners and we just want to get on with the job at hand. And I think that's where somebody of Dale's experience and knowledge has really added to the whole thing.
Dale's a tremendous character who just says it how it is, and sometimes as a business owner you don't have people who just tell you how it is, and if they think you're doing something wrong, he just tells you. So I love that frank, honest discussions that I have with Dale. He has tremendous experience and he's given me some really precious words of advice which don't come out of a book, and that's what I will take away from my time with Dale.
With Dale, you know exactly where you stand. He cuts straight through it, goes straight to the point, and he is brutally honest, and that's fantastic. That's really very refreshing to have somebody who can get to the nub of the matter very quickly and get you focused and pointed in the right direction. He's been great to work with.
I think my role at the Summit Group on occasions is to be pretty straightforward, pretty black and white. Some people may say too black and white, but to really say this is how it is, and if you want to do it, this is what you're going to have to do.
I think working with Peter has been fantastic. His energy, his enthusiasm levels are just off the scale, and I think that within an industry such as ours, I actually genuinely don't believe that as an individual you could work with anybody better. Who Peter doesn't know and what he doesn't read is probably just not worth knowing.
I think Peter has an absolute wealth of knowledge, and from that you can always tap into his thoughts and ideas. There is always a solution to an issue, and very much in terms of the forefront of estate agency, new ideas brought to the table, which for me has put me ahead of my competitors in many areas.
There's a number of benefits of talking to Peter, in the fact that I've got someone I can bounce some ideas off. Running a small business, sometimes it can feel isolated, and having someone you can talk to and share concerns or have questions about the business, or just get some feedback on an idea or a problem. So it's very useful to get that perspective from someone that's in the industry and has seen it in other businesses.
I think where Peter adds an awful lot of value is he's got a very in-depth and detailed knowledge of estate agency, but he can combine that with a very rich knowledge of business education in general. And that's where Peter's real value is that he can take concepts from outside a state agency and apply them, or alternatively he can take concepts from, let's say, Australia or America and apply those to the UK and vice versa. And I think that's where Peter's adds an awful lot of value to the group.
Well, going to Blue Sky Dubai was again a real highlight of the year. In fact, actually, I would say that for me it was definitely one of the highlights of this year. The information we got from both the Australian guys and Josh Fegan, who is Peter's sort of opposite number, if you like, in Australia, was just fantastic. And to have the combination of both Josh and Peter in the same room discussing ideas. I mean, you could see that they got on tremendously well and they've shared a lot of ideas. And we had 3 days where they just shared everything.
Our trip to Dubai, both with our group and a group from Australia, was really exciting. Fabulous venue, great company. The whole experience was fantastic. And then obviously to compare against businesses from Australia, which is arguably one of the most competitive markets for real estate, to challenge that against what we do here in the UK was brilliant. And I think we got a lot out of it, and hopefully they got some ideas from us as well. So no, a really great experience.
The interaction with the Aussies was fantastic. I mean, they've got some great ideas. They operate in a slightly different environment to us. But it was wonderful sharing their experiences and their view on the market and trying to understand how we operate with our constraints and vice versa. So yeah, very beneficial. Very beneficial.
It was good to rub shoulders with guys from across the other side of the country, doing the same job but coming at it from a very different perspective. Different cultures and different experiences, and to actually mix those ideas from the UK and from Australia was interesting. We learnt a lot from that. Hopefully the guys from Australia learnt a lot as well.
You might think you know your business, but actually when you start drilling down and really looking at the things involved, there's an awful lot you can learn. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've had my own business for at least 25 of those years. And yet actually, I still would say there are things that I take away every time.